Hello my friends and welcome to another analysis on this channel. I hope you had an amazing day to now. And yeah, today we are talking about Tencent Holdings. This is one of the biggest Chinese companies out there in terms of market capitalization and has a beautiful chart structure as well, in my opinion. And yeah, we'll also go over another Chinese company which belongs to Tencent Holdings, which is called TME or Tencent Music. This is basically the Chinese Spotify, and yeah, has also an amazing chart structure here. And yeah, we'll also go briefly over this one, but let's start with Tencent Holdings. So let's go into the big picture. We've finished our first wave 1 here for our big cycle in February 21, and we are probably done with our second wave here. We have a nice double zigzag for the second wave correction and a beautiful impulse from this low of the second wave. We also corrected near the previous wave 4, and this is also nice to see. So we are probably at the start of our bullish cycle for Tencent Holdings here. And yeah, let's go into the imminent chart structure. So we finished our first wave 1 here, came down in a double zigzag for our wave 2, but looking into the chart structure which has developed the last days and weeks, we are probably in an overshooting B wave and not another second wave, second 1-2 setup here, because this can be counted very good as an A, B, C zigzag correction. And also the fact that we expanded beautifully here and corrected beautifully to the expansions does tell me that we are probably in this overshooting B wave and we will see a new low under this previous low. So yeah, I would be a little bit patient with Tencent Holdings here. I will probably also deactivate this zone. So this is a long-term price zone here. So anything between 357.8 Hong Kong dollars and 153.1 Hong Kong dollars. As I said, this is a pretty big zone because this is for the long-term holding. Are very interesting price points for me to play this long-term, but I will deactivate this zone for now. Still very interesting price goals here for this wave 2 correction. We are probably also going to come back down in this one, but I will wait for the market to give me a little bit more information where we are going to end for the second wave or the C wave and make a new smaller zone with a little bit less risk involved with it if you are using this all as a trading position and not to buy the stocks as, let's say, a spot market buy and hold it for years, and you're more like the trader, then yeah, you will have a little bit less risks involved with it. But I will obviously make a video on that when I have more information, and I will set up this price zone. Going over the long-term chart structure again, let's look into the wave 3 price goals here. As I said, these are going to be the long-term price goals for this wave 3 in light blue speaking. We would have our first price goal at about 1,347 Hong Kong dollars to about 2,062 Hong Kong dollars in our expansion for the 3. This is still a price change from current level speaking of about 224% to about 394%. So yeah, still amazing potential for Tencent Holdings here, also given the fact that the fundamentals around the Chinese industry are very good right now, because I talked about previously on another video about another Chinese company that the Chinese government has announced a big stimulus package for the Chinese industry, a very big stimulus package, and this was the reaction in a lot of the Chinese stocks. So the fundamentals around the Chinese industry are also very interesting right now. But as you know, as an Elliott waiver, we mostly ignore the fundamentals and we just focus on the chart structure, because at the end, the chart structure is all we need. It has all the informations we need included in it to make the most probable forecast for the future. So the news and the fundamentals are mostly just a catalyst for the movement that has already been developing. So yeah, let's go into Tencent Music. I hope I covered everything important for Tencent here. Let's go over it a little bit briefly again. So we finish our first wave 1. We are probably not done with our second wave. We could be done because this still can be counted as a 5-wave impulse, though it doesn't look too good. What looks much better is that we are in this overshooting B wave, and that means we are probably going to make a new low under this last low. What is important is that we don't break this low. This would mean we could expand even further down, but as I said, we had a beautiful impulse here. We can count the correction as done. That's why I think the chances of that happening are very low, looking at the current chart structure right now. Alright, so Tencent Music, as I said, this is basically the Chinese Spotify. A little fun fact, Tencent Music has more monthly listeners than Spotify, but is still much lower valued than Spotify is. This obviously has probably a lot of things that are causing this or that are including in this valuation, but still Tencent Music is a very interesting company with high potential for the future. So we finished our first wave 1 here in 2021, similar to Tencent Holdings, and came down very strong in the C wave. We expanded a lot, and yeah, this C wave is probably done, or the second wave, because we had a beautiful impulse now in our first 1-2 setup here. Also corrected very good in the second wave, somewhere between 50% and 61.8%. I didn't set a price goal for this one because I haven't analyzed this when it all happened. But I already set up a price goal for this second wave, which I already caught and also disabled. Because I think the chances are very high that we see another low under the second 1-2 setup here. Because, I mean, this correction does look very good. We have an ABC zigzag here, beautiful correction. We hit the 61.8% golden ratio level and had a nice impulse from there. So still, this can be counted as a 1, and we come down in a 2 and continue into our 3 from there. But I think the chances are still there that we make a new major low under this 2 here. This could be also an A wave. We come back down in a B wave and then have another impulse in our C wave to complete a B. Somewhere up here, maybe an overshooting B wave, maybe just a flat and we don't overshoot. And then we will come down in another 5-wave pattern for our C wave and complete our second wave in green speaking from there. So this chance also exists, this scenario, sorry. That's why I have disabled the zone, and I will wait a little bit until I have more information about the market to say where it is probably going to go. But still, I would keep this one on the watch list. Very good chart structure, very interesting, because also Spotify has already had a very big movement. Tencent Music is pretty much behind of Spotify. They have very similar chart structures as well, so yeah, a lot of potential there. And also, given the fact Tencent Music has more monthly listeners than Spotify, is also very interesting for me, and obviously the chart structure as well. So yeah, this was Tencent and Tencent Music. I hope you liked the video. As I said, the Chinese market, very interesting right now. A lot of stocks or a lot of companies are very interesting in China right now, and I will be making a lot more videos about China. But yeah, I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a like. If you didn't, give me a dislike, and tell me what you want to see me analyze in the next video, and I will see you then. Have a nice one.